I can sing along to this theme song all day. Good morning, good afternoon, and in case I don't see you, good night. Okay, that's my Truman Show reference for the day. How y'all doing? My name's LattMackey, and this is going to be some Castlevania Rondo of Blood on the TurboGrafx 16 or PC Engine. I shouldn't say it's actually a PC Engine only game, a PC Engine CD game. So if you've, at this point, I think people have heard of the console nowadays, so you're probably familiar with it. Without a doubt, this is one of the best games. If it's in the top echelon of games for the console. It's a fantastic platformer, but it has so much going on in it. And today we're going to be doing the Maria only speedrun, and I'm going to put the speedrun in air quotes because I'm dusting off the cobwebs. It's been a minute since I've played this game. And my run on the leaderboard is still, right now, it's the only one that was submitted on the actual console because, as you can imagine, the loading times on a CD from the early 90s takes forever. So how you doing, Alpha Channel? Good morning. Good afternoon. I say good morning. I'm in California, folks, so it's almost 10 o'clock. I woke up like 15 minutes ago. So, we're trying to make this thing work, okay? I got a chance to do one practice. Dave and Kat, thank you so much for putting on a fantastic 3 days here. We're going to try to keep it going strong. I do want to go over a couple of quick things before we actually get into the run, just so you understand what's kind of going on, and in case I screwed up explaining while I'm actually playing, because my brain tends to just shut off part of the speaking part of the brain when I'm trying to do runs and stuff like that. But Maria is a unlockable character in this game, and if you've played, any Castlevania game, the character with the whip, Rick, in this game is a Richter Belmont, and during the game you unlock Maria in the second stage or something like that. So, in the main menu here, the way this game actually works, you actually go into Player Select. You hear the yata, that's how you know. And then you can actually go into Stage Select, and we actually just select Stage 1. We can skip the prologue because it's just a prologue. It's not actually a play. You have to unlock Maria to get her. So thankfully, unlocking her is not part of the speedrun, which is fantastic. And then we get going from here. She has some really cool ways that she moves and attacks and all that kind of stuff. And I'll try to talk about it as I go along. But once again, if it fails, just know that it's it's early, my brain, all those kind of stuff. So anyway, here we grow. And Dave, we're gonna count it down. It's kind of a weird way. You have to start timing when I take control of Maria. So I'm gonna press start right now, and I'll try to time you in on 3, 2, 1 here. Okay, here we go. This is for Dave. 3, 2, 1. Okay, here we go. It's close enough. It's close. I'm going to be loading, just like in other Castlevania games, the hearts are like ammo for whatever weapon you've got or whatever special item. It's the same thing in this game. And there are multiple special items you can get, which are pretty cool. And they're both unique to the character. So if you're playing Richter, there's... Oh, geez, I just killed myself. That was a, that was a total mistake. Wanted to get a death out of the way, okay? There's just a... So the ones we use, actually quite a few of them for the speedrun, and everyone, there's been more updates to the route and how the game is played. Black is the current world record holder, has been for a while, and his movement and the way that he's been able to abuse items and stuff like that is just absolutely fantastic. So if you want to see a professional play this game, go watch Vlak's run. It's pretty awesome. But you'll see that I'm going to be doing a lot of rolling. This is where you hold down and you press the jump button. Unlock percent. We should... Kajin, is that an actual category? I'm like, that should be one. I got into this game, years ago, when I had a TurboGrafx 16. As a kid, I had one growing up. I knew about this game and knew that we didn't have it in the U.S., and I wanted it even back then, and unfortunately never had to until I never played it until I was an adult. Nowadays... Oh, man, I missed a knuckle. Nowadays, there are thankfully plenty of ways to play it. Well, that's not what I want to do. Okay, this boss fight's going to take a little bit longer. There we go. We got one there. Give me just a sec. This is going to be a little kind of a weird spot. Don't want to get die here. So, you do want to take damage. Usually you can one-cycle this boss. Oh my gosh, I did it again. So this little attack right there, that's a Guardian Knuckle, and it's a super overpowered attack. That's one of the cool things about Maria, is that she's so... Oh my gosh, I died again. She's so overpowered You were being a dork. Well, we need unlock percent now. It's a real thing. I'm going to... There is a 100% category, which is kind of a weird one because there you end the game without actually... You beat Dracula like early on in the game. Man, you have to go back and play extra levels. It's one of the cool things about this game. It's got like this really great replay value. There's two different ways. There's two different paths you can take. Oh my gosh, I did it again. To beat the game. Jeez Louise, game. Come on. So the way that you do this really powerful attack, this Guardian Knuckle, is it's kind of like a Street Fighter move, Street Fighter 2 move, if you ever played Street Fighter 2, where you go down or up, down to right in a semicircle. And as not a very good Street Fighter player, you can see that I have a little bit issues executing that. Even when I'm playing the game quite a bit, I still struggle to execute that. So she struggles, she dies in so 2003. Apparently, so in the storyline, I think Maria is something like 11 years old or 13 years old. So this is literally a small child just kicking the crap out of everything in the game. So there is some story and everything. And we're not going to see the cutscenes. If you play 100, if you run 100%, you'll see the cutscenes. And there is an English translation patch. We're really fortunate. There's been a lot of... Konami has released a lot of versions of this game at this point. And so the version that came out on the PSP, they took the voice, some handy developers took the voiceovers and placed them in this version. And so somebody patched it all together. It's kind of cool. So if you want to get the storyline, you can. Okay, let's see how this goes. So we're going to try to do a clip here and skip a significant portion of this level. And I missed it. So we're going to take the safety strat. Oh, which means, oh gosh. It means I'm going to have to fight the... hello? It means I'm going to have to fight the boss in... There's a mini boss in the next level that is going to be a problem. So, geez, I'm dying all over the place. Let's try to die less. Okay, what do you say? So... Typically, if you were doing this correctly, which I did I did a practice run right before this one, and it went fine. But go figure. You can skip. You ride on the boat here, but you walk it, so you actually get past it a lot faster. It's pretty significant. I don't remember if it's 20 seconds or something like that, but it's a lot. So if you're into Castlevania at all, this one's kind of an interesting game that came out in the history. It came out after all the NES games. But if you buy the actual CD of this game, it came with some liner notes from the developers, and they talked about how this was really... They had the freedom to kind of do anything they wanted in this game. They knew that they weren't going to release it in the US. They knew it was going to be a Japan-only release. And because they didn't have to censor it and all that kind of stuff, they said it really freed up the developers to kind of create whatever the hell they wanted. So you've got the typical, like, Castlevania platforming with the the whip and everything like that. But then they wanted to kind of make like an easier mode. And you'll notice here that Maria is incredibly overpowered. She really just tears her. And the trade-off is that, geez Louise, is that she has less defense. She can't take as many hits as Richter can. Yeah, the birdie attack. Okay, this boss destroys me, so we're going to try and not die on it. That's the goal here. Okay, that was one. Come on down. The way I usually do is with the turtle. There we go. Okay, we didn't die. That's perfect. The fact that I did that in once and didn't die, that's a big win right there. I don't know why I struggle with it so much, but that boss just has my number. Even when I was playing this game casually, like my first playthrough, that boss still just did me in. It's a break. So we're going to still be taking some different paths. I think I have enough health. Oh, jeez. Dude. Okay, so there's an interest... The reason I'm jumping there... Oh my gosh, and I'm game over. Oh no, now I got to do the boss again. Boo! That went so well. Man, game overed. Hey, dog, how you doing? Good evening, afternoon, morning, whatever the heck it is. There, when you hold down and you roll, it's if you're not precise with your D-pad inputs, you're going to you end up doing these jump things off of hills just like I'm doing. Exactly. If you're playing this for the first time casually, which I highly recommend you do. Though another thing about this game is it's really easy to get a hold of nowadays. Obviously, emulators and stuff like that. But if you wanted a legit copy, you got it on Wii. I guess the Wii store isn't around anymore. Now Wii U's done. So you had it there. But you can get it on PS4, PS5. Like there are so many different places you can get it nowadays. I wonder if there's a PC version. Might even be. I don't know. It's still quite a coveted CD game, so if you're in the collector's market, that kind of thing. It's one of the most expensive games I own. I don't own. I'm not a big collector. I don't own a ton of games, but this was one. Oh no. That I definitely thought it'd be cool to have. Why can't I? My guardian knuckle is not working. I want to do this. Yes, there are ways to get it on Wii. And because we don't want, Dave's stream to get cut down or somehow DMCA'd. So that is finally stage 3. Oh my gosh. Years later. So we're going to move on to stage 4. This one's pretty, I don't know, there's not a ton that goes on into it. It's kind of just a straight platforming thing. Oh, that's a hard because I'm like, I already have the item I need. I would say out of probably all the TurboGrafx 16, well, that happened. Out of all the TurboGrafx 16 games, this is probably one of the most popular speedrun games. I think it has the most submissions out of all the TurboGrafx 16 games. Frogs. Shout out to Asian Wyvern who moderates and constantly grinding this game. Mostly in the Richter categories, but he finally did get some good Maria runs in there, which is pretty cool. If typically Vlak comes back to improve his time after somebody gets closer or has beaten it, he's very good at the game, to say the least. So, British Dave, I don't know. Oh yeah. I mean, that's reason enough to play the game is the soundtrack. It never disappoints. I'm playing this on Mr. tonight. Or tonight. It's not tonight. It's this morning. I'm playing this on Mr. today just to speed up the loading times a little bit. But I think I have them. I'm trying to remember. I think I might have it's set to normal like CD speeds because it's running. The load times are taking a little bit longer than they probably should. Most runners have play this on Virtual Console nowadays or PS4 because of the loading times, stuff like that. Yeah, oh yeah, totally. I would say that this is actually probably one of the easiest Castlevania games out of all of them. And I've played all of them up to... Okay, this one's going fine, of course. Knuckles, no problem here. There we go. You take a little damage. I've played all of them through Super Nintendo, and now I'm into the Game Advance ones. Game Boy Advance ones. I'm having a good time with those. But although Symphony of the Night gets to a point where like you're so overpowered that the game is just like you're just tearing through it, so... Casually, how long? Ooh, great question. It took me 10 hours to do all of the stuff, but you can do it way quicker than that. I'm very slow. It took me 10 hours to do 100%. Went into the boss. Yeah, exactly. I still don't actually have a... Oh, geez. No, that's bad. Damn it. I don't have an actual CD unit, but I did pick up the Analog Duo recently, and that is the first time I've actually played the CD game. The CD that I own. I will say that this is my favorite Castlevania game, but Symphony of the Night is one of my favorite casual playthroughs I've ever done. So good. If you haven't played that one, folks, do yourself a favor. It's as good as people say it is. It's one of those games that, oh my gosh, lives up to the hype. Why is this not dead yet? Okay, this is the last time I ever do this on the special. Whew. And a little bonus, if you play this game, the beginning of Symphony of the Night is the end of this game, you'll see. Yeah, I gotta tell you, there are some legitimate complaints about Analog company-wide, like, you know, how long it takes to get their stuff and everything like that. But damn, I've had some good luck with their consoles. I own 2 of them now. The Analog, the Duo, and the Pocket. The Pocket thing is amazing. Having you know, your retro games at portable at that level, so good. And bonus, folks, if you do have a Pocket, which I want to keep this. I'm gonna ammo up here really quick, so I don't have to do it next stage. There is actually development, and it currently works. It's a little janky, but there is a TurboGrafx 16 CD emulator on the, or core, I should say, for Analog Pocket. Oh, geez, I went the wrong way. So this is Death. And what we're going to do here is get some of those in there and try not to die here. As of the whole run has tried to been. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Totally agree, Dave. Doesn't change the fact that they're good. Okay, we did death. We didn't die on Death. Woohoo! You'll notice that a lot of us take damage after we beat one of the bosses. You want to get the health, but you want to avoid the health bonus. So a lot of times try to take enough damage so the health bonus is reduced. It just saves some time. There are a couple of bosses though where their little death thing can actually kill you, so you have to watch out. Get your oh man, you've got one that's broken. Ooh. Sadly, I don't have my childhood TurboGrafx 16. It's somewhere lost in the parents' house, and we have not been able to locate it. But I do have some of my childhood games, Bonk's Revenge being one of them, which is, dare I say it, don't judge me, one of my favorite games. Totally a nostalgia thing. Oh, dude, I did it again. My, dude, really? I didn't know that flames come towards you. Son of a gun! Okay, well, we're going to try this again. Ooh, one of the cool things about this one compared to some of the other Castlevanias is that you can actually jump on and off the stairs, which... By the way, when I've gone back to the NES Castlevanias, that's totally messed me up a few times, so... you know, if you were around last night, you'll notice that you might have seen the race between Epic Neon Ninja Monkey and myself. We were racing Alice in Wonder Dream. One of the time, the only time in fact, I don't think I've beaten him once or twice. Dude, what the heck? That's what I'm trying to do. Holy cow. Finally, holy cow. Jeez, try to get in a Guardian Knuckle there. Anyway, one of the races I actually won made Epic play, made Epic learn Bonk's Revenge. There's a practice category, which is pretty fun. Why can't I not knuckle? Oh my gosh, we're going to do it the old school way. My fingers just do not want to knuckle today. They're not going to have it. Bonk's Revenge, as far as speedruns go, it's a lot of just like slow walking around. So like calling it a speedrun is a little bit questionable. Needless to say, I'm pretty sure it was one of Epic's least favorite games he's ever played. Which, by the way, he always recommends great games. In fact, a lot of the games I've ended up playing and speedrunning myself have been because of Epic's recommendations. There we go. Il May, if you've ever played Castlevania 1 on the NES, these are all Castlevania 1 bosses. So it's kind of a nice little throwback. Like, the developers, this is really, man, the developers really love this series, and really, this is almost a love letter to the series. Putting it in a new direction. I mean, they just got to do so much cool stuff with it. And because they were using the CD format, they got to include all this cool stuff and the soundtrack and everything like that. Oops. There we go. Oh, come on. That's okay to take some... Oh, no. That's not tape. Oh, jeez. How are you not dead? Jeez. Okay, now I have to avoid not getting hit because these will kill me. So, one little small thing there. I totally agree when the, when the devs are into it. Okay. This next stage is one of the, it's the more technical stages. This is where, like, I think in nearly every Castlevania game, maybe every Castlevania, somebody have to correct me, there's a clock tower of some sort, and that's no different in this one. You've got a nice long bridge to get to the clock tower. I clicked the turbo switch back on here for this game. For this level. It's kind of easy to get across the bridge, but sometimes I have to turn it off depending on... There's a random spawn here that happened. That is right there. Oh, and I ran into it. Of course I did. Thankfully, we survived. That's one of the nice things about Maria is that she really does make survival a lot more reasonable. Ugh. Although now that I'm playing this again, I may have to... it's just... This game is so much fun. It makes me want to grind it out again and maybe improve the PB at some point. Gonna get some ammo here. Just the way that I'm playing this game, I feel like I'm gonna need it. There are some cool turtle strats you can use in this game. You saw me earlier doing like a turtle thing where you hop around as a turtle. There are some cool one of those strats throughout the game. Oops. I turned around, game. Boo. Oh, is that going to be a continue? I didn't see my lives. No, okay, cool. Thankfully, that's... Oh, geez, didn't mean to do that. That guy is spawned. I'm not sure why that thing is spawning there. Usually it doesn't. Those night things are kind of cool. The double jump is like the instant way to like help save you. It's kind of amazing how well that works. And I'm going to get the health pickup because the way this game is going, we don't want to be, we don't want to be here all day fighting bosses. Okay. Oh, that's brutal when, yeah, that's one of the things about hold hardware, right? But I just watched some YouTube video about how 3D printing has really helped a lot of retro modders and stuff like that, where it's like, a way to keep your console alive, so... No, not hitting him. We want to take some damage. Some of this damage actually is intentional. There we go. So there we go. Just enough. So here, this is exactly how you want to end boss fights, is with that amount of damage. With just a sliver of red, even though it's terrifying considering the way I've been playing the game. Yeah, I got pretty lucky. I got my Mr. Early on, so I didn't have to pay. I think I paid like half what folks are paying nowadays, and the Mr. is it's pretty awesome. As somebody who speedruns, oops, I cannot tell the difference between a Mr. and the actual console, except for the load times. So we're at Dracula. Here's the final boss. And if you've ever played Symphony of the Night, this boss fight should look very familiar. This is how Symphony of the Night starts. And once again, as Richter, this boss can be a little challenging. But as Maria here, she just kind of, makes easy work of this stuff. 2 phases. You got Drac just like that, and then he goes into monster form. Cookie monster, some call him. And literally we just burn him to death, and we're about to be timed. Dave, time will be when I touch the orb. I'll say it here in just a second. It only took 80 hours to beat the game. Oh, here comes the orb all the way down. And there's time. Oh, yeah. The game's fantastic. I know I'm gushing about it, but it really is. It's really a good time. Here's one of the cutscenes you actually do get. And the way that I'm not sure the way the TurboGrafx 16 was engineered. Oh, thanks, Kat. Thanks, Dave. Thanks, Magic. I don't know how. I'm just sure I destroyed your name. Thanks, Sketch. The cutscene volumes for some reason are a lot quieter than the rest of the game. They're in Japanese right now. There's an interesting thing though. The beginning of the game is actually in German, and that was they did that on purpose for the performance of it for some reason. So, if you ever play the game and you're like, why is the beginning in German? That's the way it was recorded. That they wrote, but it's it's still have the Japanese subtitles at the beginning. So, thanks for the GGs, everybody. I mentioned at the beginning. I'm going to say it again. Kat and Dave, y'all run the best marathons. It's so much fun to see all these fun games. This is the only thing I've been watching this weekend in between work and stuff. So I've been having so much fun watching Alex's turtle run, seeing that actual thing. Actually, I had never seen that glitch before, where it just crashes the whole game. That was a cool way. I mean, not the best you want to end with a win, right? But that was such a cool way to see it. There's tons of great stuff coming up today. I mean, folks, you got to stick around. Let's see, Mega Man 7 coming up next, Mario 64, Gods, Monster Party, Zelda 2, a game that I have tried to learn the speed run. It's still a very slow time. Ice hockey, so many great games coming up, so many great runners. I hope y'all enjoy it. I stream a little bit, folks. I got a new day job a couple months ago, and so I've been unfortunately lacking on the streams, but I'd love to get back. There's so many games I want to speed run right now, so hopefully we'll be streaming a little more often if you're interested at all. And enjoy the rest of this marathon. I hope we have a great time. I know we're skipping. Should we watch the cutscene? I've already gone like way over on my time because there were so many deaths, so I don't want to. But Maria's going to escape. And she's got all those little, the bird and the cat and all that kind of stuff you see in the background. That's all of the items that she was using. And it's got... Okay, real quick, before we go. Symphony of the Night has one of the... If you ever beat Symphony of the Night, either the good ending or the bad ending, the ending music just cracks me up for some reason. This kind of it feels like 90s, 80s pop punk. Wait, here's this song. I'm going to put it up a little bit. I don't have to. This is literally the ending song for this game. You've been killing freaking vampires, and now you've got all this happy music. Everyone dance. You can't see me. I promise I'm throwing my hands up in the air and dancing. Where's the cat jam? Hey, there we go, Gordia. Woo! What the hell? How could this be the ending music for this game? Kaze, what's up? Oh, there we go. Everyone's got to... I'm literally bouncing around in the chair right now, folks. I'm having a good time. It's too much. It is too damn much. Okay, folks. It's been great chatting with you. I hope you enjoy the rest of the damn marathon. Thanks again, David Cat. I really do appreciate you guys. Woohoo! Let's keep watching. Enjoy. I'll see y'all later.